Today's artist of the day, Ferg Berserk. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another artist of the day video. Welcome back. Missed y'all. Hope you're all doing well. Don't worry about why this sweater has been on for the past 3 or 4 videos. Don't worry about it. Just know you have another video. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having fun. Now, Ferg Berserk is an artist that I actually met not from NSAG, even though he is one of the CEs. The Georgia State now has a developing label. MTM, I forgot, MTM label, a music label essentially, all student run. I went to an interest meeting, and apparently you were able to play, send in your music before this meeting. Jesus Christ, I thought it was a roach on my leg. It was just a cord. I don't know why it jumped. That's definitely staying in the video. And yeah, but where was I? Yes, MTM music. We were able to play music. I guess we were supposed to send in beforehand. I did not know this, so I wasn't able to. Which, sucked, but it is what it is. I've heard a lot of good music from that night, so there's a lot of artists that I also probably will be reviewing in the future from that night, because I got a lot of their Instagrams. But Ferg Berserk was one of them, and what makes him so unique was he's like this dude with locks and beard, kind of like me, but he does this punk rock / trap rap fusion. I forgot which song he played. I think it was off his EP. We'll probably hear it in this video. I don't remember the name of it. But his aesthetic and his I vaguely remember how it went. I just knew it was very good. And he definitely intrigued me because he was different. So here we are. Before we get into the music, shall read his Spotify biop to know more about him. Hailing from Atlanta, Georgia, Ferg Berserk is an artist aiming to discover new possibilities in the world of music. Ferg began making music with an interest in fusing hip-hop with metal, a concept which has been explored by numerous underground artists. While holding a deep appreciation for the musical arts, Ferg seeks to inspire progress and creativity through his music. He takes inspiration from a myriad of different artists, including Young Thug, Denzel Curry, Avenged Sevenfold, Juice WRLD, and Slipknot. Ultimately, Ferg Berserk desires to embrace a new perspective in the metal and hip-hop genres. Honestly, you can't go wrong with really any of those inspirations, and if those are what drive you, man, I think it's the people who aren't afraid to be different and aren't afraid to really go out of their way to blend genres together, even outside of hip-hop, but especially in the hip-hop genre. We tend to have a very traditional idea of stuff, and people tend to forget that at the end of the day, hip-hop is just, in rap is just like any other genre of music, and it is welcome. It's better now, obviously, but even back before it was first started, they were like, oh, hip-hop has to be this, anything outside of this short definition is weird. And then we got people like Tyler, the Creator, Eminem, and all these other people who kind of broke that mold and widened that definition to a modern day standard, so which is good because it progresses music forward. If you guys don't know how Artist of the Day works, pretty much we take a new artist, we listen to 3 to 5 songs of theirs, and we talk about what we like, what we think could be improved. Then at the end I give them a rating and talk about my thoughts about them as a whole. If you guys want to check out any of the songs we listen to in its entirety, or any of Ferg Berserk's music, I'll leave a link down to his Instagram and his link tree. Go give him a follow. Go support him. He's cool people. I actually spoke with him a couple of times. I'm trying to see if I can do something where I can collab with him. I gotta present him something good though. I have to present him because he seems like a man who doesn't hop on every track, which is good. It means I have to produce something that would actually fit him aesthetically well. And before we get started, so I looked at the analytics of the channel, and I noticed that 86.3% of you who watch this YouTube channel aren't subscribed. You know what I'm about to say. Go ahead and hit that red button for me. Like the video. More eyes on, and share it. More eyes on these videos means more eyes on the artist. Please and thank you. That being said, first track is called I Don't Wanna. I think this is the one he played. Woo! Whoa, out the gate. First song, pretty solid, you know what I'm saying? A lot of high-paced energy, a great fusion of metal rock and trap, rap, You know what I'm saying? He had the high paced energy. It didn't waver at all. A lot of anthemic screaming, and the intro was very good. The only thing I have that's a bit weird is about the song to me is the mixing. I feel like his voice was like ever so slightly a little bit too quiet, so much so that the way he was saying words was kind of lost in like the instrumental. I feel like everything should just been louder. I don't. It might be just me because I have these speakers, these studio speakers cranked, but I don't know why it just sounded like a little bit too quiet. But besides that, the song was great. The song was solid work here. I'm usually not a fan of that kind of screaming metal, like the. I'm not saying he did that, but that shit, I always hated that. But we're expanding the palette here. We're trying to become more eclectic with our musical ears. So this is probably the start of that. So not a bad song at all. Next track is called Sharks and Barracudas. Oh, this performed with the R. I ain't just talk with dog, the bite match, the bark, I like that. He trying to keep niggas die in the mosh pit, for real, for real. Gangster. That one was cool too. I wish he had put more oomph in his voice. I feel like the way he was rapping was a little bit too clean. Like it's supposed to be a grungy. It's metal, right? So it's supposed to be a grungy. I feel like a little bit more just grit and like a little bit more distortion on the voice. Not the actual effect, but he just put more just growl in it when he was rapping. I feel like could have made it sound good, like a lot more natural. It sounded like he was like. It didn't feel like it all necessarily glued together in terms of like his how he rapped the verse. But the second half, when he did the yelling, it was distorted of the mangle vocals with the really explosive guitars in the background. Really just made it come to life. Again, I would love to see this performed. Next track is called Go Berserk. See, this is the growl he needed on the last song. Yeah. Remix. Oh, I would love the rap for this. Oh my god, this is dope. Berserk, I talk to murder. Them niggas talk to hurdles. I don't be running hurdles. I just be jumping murders. Oh yeah, everybody say it with me. Everybody, just drag this over. It's going on the play. If you saw me moving weird earlier, I was in the middle of dancing to the song, and then there was a roach that charged at me, and I don't know where it went. So that's why I was a weird motion when I got up suddenly. I forgot I was recording. But, you know, it's fine. Because it doesn't take away of how fantastic that song was. My God. Shout out to him. I love that. It's like perfect. It was like a perfect blend. It reminds me of like, God, I would love to see if he this is like, again, sadly this can't never happen. But I would love to see what he would have did with like a Extentacion feature. Oh my God. That would have been something nasty, because he is giving that energy, but in a more like a more rock leaning type of position, not necessarily of the rap sad melodic way. That's my favorite song so far. I think that's the best one so far I've heard. That's great. It's anthemic. It's strong. It's mixed really well. It's energetic. It keeps going. Stays consistent. Wow, words. It's catchy too. Go berserk, go berserk. And I know people be punching each other in the face at the mosh pits for that one. Next track is called Bank. Playboy? Ooh! That bang! No! I want to go to the bank today. Oh my god. Bro, those bells, that synth in the background. Oh! He's wildin'. I want to go to the bank today. That's fine. Yeah. I want to head to the bank. I want to pull up a drink. Niggas thinking me right. That's actually impressive how long he held that, actually. Are we building it back up? This is like a horror film right now. Okay. Oh, he's taking it up. That was awesome. That felt like a blend between like, it's not funk, but it like the way that Siren did it felt like it was like funk mixed with like metal. Again, the formula with like Go Berserk and Bank, I love a lot. He really just brings the huskiness on his voice, and he commits all the way into that voice, and like even plays with his voice, just the and how long he's able to hold that's actually really impressive. That rumbling 808 is some like JPEG Mafia level of just punching it in your face. You feel it in the presence. It's all of it's so heavy and so dark and so strong and explosive and destructive, and it's great. I love it. It's going on the playlist. And the final track we will listen to is titled Outrage. Stop scaring the hoes. Play that shit, man. Check the tone. We don't want to hear that weird shit no more. What the fuck is that? Put me on the hardcore. Stop scaring the hoes. Play that shit, man. Check the tone. We don't want to hear that weird shit no more. What the fuck is that? Give me back my hardcore. Ooh. Oh. Uh-huh. That guitar is nasty, man. World's ending. The monsters have come out. It start with life sending. Tell them to pipe down. You know when you like a song but you can't really say nothing else about it because it just applies to the rest of them? That's kind of how that song is. Again, love the energy, love the pacing of it, love what he placed in there. His bars were fine. It was tight flows. Yeah, man, love it. That was great. It did remind me of Scaring the Hoes. That's why I kept saying, stop scaring the hoes. Play that shit, man. Check the tone. We don't want to hear that weird shit no more. What the fuck is that? Give me back my Oscore. Especially those 808s, like how hard that was. Even on the last song was like felt very JPEG Mafia. All right, that was Ferg Berserk, metal rap artist. How am I feeling about his music overall? I think it's fantastic. I really do. I think it's a great blend. He knows enough about both worlds to execute it well. I think his biggest strength is when he plays it and he gets the grungy, husky voice in his raps, and then the chanting, the yells, and the refrains really just naturally could roll off, and he really has that really good anthemic feel within him. I would love to see this perform live because I know he is causing at least 15 hospital visits per performance. And like I could imagine if he had like a large crowd yelling this shit, that would be some. Oh, that'd be hard. My biggest gripe with everything, I would just say sometimes the mixing is like a little bit too nice because it is meant to be metal. Like I'm all about mixing, but I also understand that like it's. You can make it a bit messy. Like you can make things a little bit louder, especially the background vocals and like the basses. Some of the basses in the like, I Don't Wanna, for example, didn't really hit as much as the presence like he was going for. With grittier music like this, the mix doesn't always have to be the cleanest. Like it has to be like obviously listenable and all that, of course. But I just feel like they can allow some shit to be louder. It's mixed very quiet for a grunge record and for a record that is blending two harsh styles of trap and metal. It's meant to be chaotic, and I just think if you just allow those things to be loud and kind of just let things be chaotic at certain points more, because when he does have those explosive moments, they're fantastic. I just think if you let those happen more, it'll really be engaging to the audience more. And really, when he has those moments of silence, and when it dies back down and he builds back up, it makes those moments more impactful. All the beats and instrumentals are really tight. Shout out to whoever produced them. Because again, it's always done really, really well. I'm feeling a strong 7 out of 10 on this one for sure. Definitely really, really enjoyed what I heard today. A lot of great stuff. I can't wait to see where he does with in the future. I can't wait to see if I ever go to a Ferg Berserk performance, which hopefully I'll be able to attend at some point. The ability to, I would love to see how he presents it on stage, because the potential for it is the potential for him in general is like the sky's the limit. But performance wise, he could have a show. If you guys want to check out any of the music we listened to in this video, or any of Ferg Berserk's music in general, I'll leave a link down to his Instagram and his link tree. Please go support him. Go check him out. Go give him a following. While you're down there, please give us a follow on Instagram so you can stay notified about all the things we do. When new videos come out, we try to upload as much as we can. So yeah, stay tuned with that. Also for music announcements, promotions. I know the last Instagram reel I dropped, it was me attempting and dancing, because you guys gave me 300 streams on Spotify on Not a Word. Thank you so much, by the way. Please keep streaming that. The link will be down below to my music and Balanced Ones. We have a new single, Superheroes, out now on all platforms as well. Please go check that out. And Not a Word out on all platforms. Thank you. Let's get that to 1,000, please, and thank you. Today's artist of the day was Ferg Berserk. The link's all down below. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye-bye.